Yeah, I was gonna say, I called him just almost a half an hour.
So should I bother him about the saddle while he's here? Is he in a good mood tonight? He probably won't be in a good mood after
Oh, I think he just pulled a one-hold. You know what he did? My brother-in-law calls me yesterday at work, and he's like, he wrecked his Achilles tendon Saturday, right?
So what's the first he's got crutches?
He has a surgery. But he's supposed to leave Saturday for Jamaica with his girlfriend. So he calls me and says, hey, can you go and like me go? And I'm like, there's trash. Thursday, Friday. And now he's like trying to shift it around so that he can go. I'm like, just shifted everybody around. Like, you never hear about this, you know? Look at us. Look at us.
Ladies, when you're ready, if you want to get trotting. Forward.
Press. You're good.
Up on into the seat, take it around.
Looking. Take a little right leg. Right there.
Sunday along, inside leg and brain. And going forward.
Can't get a call from the huh?
No, the brain. Oh, good. This way then?
Yeah, press. That's it. That's all.
I'm tired.
Right leg
On Sunday.
turn.
That's
Straight.
Really? On Sunday? That's interesting. Yeah. Well, I don't even see everything. Alright, we're working on standing still. You don't need to walk all the time.
That's good. Nice. So you still just got going, but that was
Well,
really
they're
just
not
because
gonna,
you were a little
like,
slow.
unless you tell them, like, this is
And that's
and they feel
what
blown
makes
away,
it.
they're gonna just keep giving it the same one, because they don't know.
Okay. He was there, and I told him, he's like, this is she got this. And he was like, oh, right up the time, so he was talking to me. Yeah.
Well, he also went on vacation. Oh, so he probably just didn't call the guys, so they're probably just using the same.
Yeah. They said, okay.
Vincent, 2 point at the trot.
Stand still.
Better close to the bucket, on the other side of the right. There you go. Over just slightly. It's all gonna fit.
Good, Lori. Drop your hand a little bit, just so it's floating next to his neck instead of above. Exactly. Because then you're making a better straight line. Like. Right. Are you gonna do the horse show on Sunday? Okay, back to posting.
And if my husband said, you know, just go with the reason, I need to know like today, like I needed to know like this morning.
Right. I mean, that would be fun.
Could be, but I think that's what I was trying to do with Vegas. We'll see. I'm like, I don't know if everything.
All right, well, just let me know.
Yeah, this morning, so. Good.
Good, some big circles.
All right, have a good night. See you guys soon. That's why she's spinning her mind. All right, now.
So that is like, we're coming tomorrow before 11:30. I'm like, you know,
What time did you do that one?
12. So I'll probably just come, drive, help with that if I'm around. What time is Trinity? 2:00? You want to get lunch or no?
Oh, I have to go before that. I have one. Adios.
Did I tell you?
What?
Did I tell you? Good, why don't we change direction at the trot? Good work, open your shoulders. There you go. Keep the bend in your elbow, even if you're going here. Like this, like. Come on, sweetie. There you go. Good, let's do some sitting trot. I like it. Go for it again. Don't drop your hands down. You need to keep your hands above the center. Some more inside bend for Gibbs. That's better. This looks good. Try to step down into your right heel a little more. Yep. Good. But don't sacrifice wrapping your leg around for stepping into your heel. Get little shoulder raise. Pushing off that inside leg. You're a slight animal. Good, back to posting and some more circles. Jean, you need to go twice as fast.
He's on a diet. I'm making him lose weight.
He is? He doesn't need to lose weight. He looks good. A little better, but you still need to keep going forward. Hold both sides of his mat, right? I mean, if you put weight on, so. Define your posting, Lori. You need to go faster, Jade. Beat him with the stick if you need to. He's got to listen to your leg, right? Don't just use your leg the whole time with no response. Good, Brenda. Shoulder raise, inside bend. at the trot. Here, your lower leg isn't really touching him, but your heel is way down. So I want you to relax your ankle there and just hold with your lower leg a little more. That's a little better. Make sure your butt's up out of that saddle, Lori. Good. Feel both of his mouth. Pull in your reins. Don't pull on your outside rein. Use your inside leg instead. There you go. I don't want to see you pulling on the reins, right? Just holding both sides of his mouth. Just inside leg. That's it. Don't take your spur out until he moves over. Don't take your spur out. Don't take it out. He's not listening to it. Use your prop. Good. Reach out in front. Fingers closed. Good. Make sure you're standing up off of your stirrups. Don't let your butt be too close. There you go. That's better. There you've got a little pike. Good. Don't drop your heel so much, Lori. Gotta pick your heel up a little bit. There you go. That's just inside leg. Beat him with that stick. What? Yeah, I don't want your heel that far down because you're just jamming it down. There's no give in your ankle. Good, back to posting. He looks exhausted. He's
We
like,
have energy today? In the beginning, we started cantering like, I don't know, 30 seconds in.
inside leg.
Like, I've got this now,
He's
guys.
not listening to it at all. There you go, that's better.
That's definitely the most amazing thing I've ever done in class.
Good. One more change of direction. Well, very good. Look at that pretty eyes. Just personality. He's like literally so sweet.
It's awesome.
Good. Kneeling both frames, using your legs. So you make it. Good. Gibson Floyd can take a walk break. You need to keep trotting, Gage. Yeah, because you didn't really trot that much this direction. You will not believe what we asked them how much they would charge for a half lease on that horse. You will not believe what they said. Like how much we, well, like I think she would show it a little bit, but I think if she wasn't paying so much for board, she would show it a little bit as well.
In what?
I think she's done a little bit in the 3 foot with it, but I don't know like how often or when or. But yeah, we asked her because we were like, well, maybe like Steel would lease her. I was figuring, you know, maybe like a half lease because she was leased out to the lesson program at Avon.
You just put them on. So bored.
And I was like,
Nuts.
well, at first I was like, okay, well maybe, but then I like watched it jump one day and I was just like, no, yeah. Like the thing is like not cute. Huh? Very sweaty. You probably ride bareback a little if you want to cool down. You just get on. You just swing your leg up there and just jump. Hey, you can put it down on the door, you can put it in the barn, you can take off the barn. Alright, why don't we go ahead and get cantering? No, you can canter. What are you gonna do, Margo? Oh. Whatever you're gonna do, girl. Okay, reach out over the martingale strap. Exactly. Elbows go forward and back, not leaning in. Good for the outside reaming leg. I want to see him be straight on the long side, straight with his head and his neck, not over bending left. He always wants to bend left. Keep reaching out, Laura. You can shorten your rein a little bit if you need to. Good. Almost thinking a little counter bend. More canter though. Better with your leg position and your arm position, but then you need to just keep following with that elbow. Bring the left side of your body back, Lori, because you're twisting to the outside. Good, G. Both legs, both reins. Yes. I think it's made a big difference. A lot of horses learn martingale. It's pretty typical. All right. Good. Thumbs turned up, better with the straightness. Yeah, when I saw you grazing without holding onto your horse, I legitimately almost beat it. I was just picturing that time when you like took off with me, and I was like right now you're giving me a heart attack. Yes, yes. You're putting too much, or you're gonna put your leg through the reins and break them. Not a good spend of money. Your horse does not know how to ground tie.
No.
Good, some big canter circles.
No, Lord, no. So you literally just sit on the back and...
Okay, don't let your elbows come out. Forward and back. There you go. Good. Your leg arm. Yeah, you just sit right where you would sit from the saddle. You're like, okay. Okay. You're just gonna sleep up. What? Well, I mean, hopefully. I wouldn't recommend sleeping in them with wet horsehair.
That'd be pretty gross.
Sorry, Robert.
LOL.
LOL, wet horse foot. Good, Lori. Keep reaching out. Keep your leg arm. Keep pushing your hips towards the outside there, Lori. That's better. That looks good for him. Really? Oh, terrible boys. Good, back to posting. Good, and then we can let them walk.
The first thing I said right away for you is put my hands down because after watching last week's video, I said, you gotta keep your hands down. Because I kept noticing them coming up, coming up.
Yep.
You gotta concentrate.
And then he was like, oh,
His
okay.
eyeball was massive.
Hi, eyeballs. Like, this is very weird. All right, why don't we change direction? We can get catering the other way.
I know.
You know, he was like asking me, like, are you sad? And I was like, no. He's like, are you happy? He's like, good, some big canter circles. He looks really good today, Gene.
I'll read pleasure.
We can walk back.
Wait, what? Why not?
All right, Michelle.
Brittany thinks he's got to flying lead change somewhere.
I'm like we're the dream team flying lead change. So she told me, she's like, I'm gonna have to put you on it. And we taught Floyd his lead change, and now he won't stop.
I don't think we taught him. I think we just kind of like, we opened Pandora's box. It was like probably not a good idea.
Well, then I can go to train and say, ha, that's a better deal.
Well, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I do think he's got a lead change in there. So is he just trotting and changing? So you need to gallop them. You need to have twice as much canter. Good, this looks nice. I wouldn't trust him, but looks like he's kind of behaving good. Good, so a couple more circles of the canter. Look at your poker face. Because you are on camera. Good, lift your inside shoulder, but bring your left side back a little bit. Yeah, you're kind of twisting your left side of your body forward today. Good, reach out in shoulder veins. Are we still trotting? You better beat him with the stick, or I will beat you with the stick. Good, now you're twisting your body. Just go up and down. There you go. Exactly, no twisting. Better, just let him balance.
There's too many paints in here right now.
We were walking, were you there on Saturday when they were like all walking after their lesson? And it was Nicole, where she was at a lesson, but she was just out there. And then it was Kamari and Sophina, and everybody was riding with paint. And Allison's like, do you have to have a paint to ride this?
Literally.
Will's like,
And then she responded to my text 4 hours after that.
and then blamed me for something that was not my fault. Good, we can let them walk.
Whatever, that makes a free haircut. Plus one lesson, it was $250.
Yeah, she charged you $220 for 4 lessons, which is the normal price, but like, shouldn't have charged you for lessons at all.
Especially when it blatantly says she's still on lessons.
I know. But I wrote it on the pay sheet.
Well, she was like, she just made it seem like she was gonna deduct it, so we'll just see what she charges me.
I mean, she will. So you're not gonna have to pay for lessons for 2 weeks, which is great. But I was just like,
Which is the other thing, I was like, it's not for me.
I appreciate it. You got my back.
I mean, I didn't argue with that, I was just like, thank you.
Right.
But you put the boots on.
You don't like actually like me. So like at all. Actually. I think I forgot what the deal was. Does it remind you of Max?
No. Is that what Amy said?
Just the behavior
Oh.
aspects. The grinding teeth and like
Yeah.
the sourness and
I don't know. I never noticed that really with him. More of just like the bolting manual.
I remember the kids watching me when I was getting run away with one time, but I was
On
just
him?
and I
You
was
rode
just- Yeah, I did like a training ride. I hated riding them. He was the worst.
Remember I was gonna take him to finals? Like,
And do the 2-foot stuff on it.
that's a joke. The 2.6?
The 2-6.
Yes.
That's so funny. All right, why don't we come canter this cross rail here on the end? And Jean, you know the drill. Yep. Yep.
This is from right down there. I'm on supported.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I was like, that's mine. You look like you had ownership of it. I mean, that fire thing is in the worst place. And we told them that. And they said it had to do with like the regulations of whatever. Jean. Yes, thank you. And Tom was like, oh, I'll build a blah, blah, blah for it.
That's just gonna shatter.
People will stop running their horses into it when it's a piece of wood. Just let them do it, don't pull. Excellent. There you go, good. So Lori, remember, you gotta go twice as fast. Twice as fast. Lower your hand, right? There you go. Good. No trotting. Have to canter. The other thing too is when you give me some 2-point at the canter or the trot, your back stays, your back stays pretty flat. But when you go over a jump, you get very hunchy in your upper body. So try to keep your back flat and just bend from your hip rather than curling in your back. Just a little bit of a mess, Brenda. Keep going, you got it. Good. Well, at least we're trotting jumps today. That's positive. Did you see on Saturday that I forgot to say jump?
I know, even with the bowl. But then you said no stuff you would.
Not that she-
Yeah. I mean, I would say that.
Good, just bend the head. That was better. Leg, outside leg, outside leg. There you go. Get the hind leg. Good, got it, that's better. One more time this way, and then we'll do it the other direction.
I left Fallon on foot. And I left Chris on foot.
They make her trot like that. Good. Nice, Jean.
You can't freak out. It's too fast.
A lot of times hold up your heads up, Nicole. Okay. Yeah, you need to find something in like happy medium kind of distance. What I do a lot with the kids is I have them start with a one line so they can feel the rhythm with him.
Yeah.
And then put the line around.
It's not ceremony. This year, no matter. If I say near.
If you say near him, probably. There you go, that's better. Make sure that you stay folded though. Because you're kind of stepping back in the air a little early. So I like what you're doing better with your position, but I want you to hold it a little longer. All right, let's do the same thing the other direction. You are so cute. I love you so much. Ooh, Sacha was so cute.
Did you really bit me?
He did.
Yep. I was like, ow.
I was having a hard time with him. But his new thing is he's just like,
Yeah, I'm like, he's very cuddly today. And at one point I went over to his stall and his whole face was wet because he had just been sticking his head out the window. I'm like,
he's gonna miss that.
I'm gonna go shove that now.
And he's gonna miss his girlfriend. I talked to Amy about the Wawas.
What'd you think?
She's like, that'll be an issue for anyone. About what? That's okay, always just getting your 2 point, just follow. They don't. There, your inside leg is swinging, Lori. Gotta hold it, there you go. Good. That was better. So I liked better with your upper body, but then your heel came up and you lost your position a little bit. Well, that's because I was plucking at him. That's better, Brenda. It was the right decision, though. Much better. Being very good today. Because I guess they sent me 2 weeks, so we have 1 week. If I have to, it's like, okay, so is the program gonna grow even more? So like, or are we gonna do like, good, hold that hip, hold down in the heel. Okay, he didn't really press on his neck at all, right? That's important for holding your position. Even I do that. Good, well this is better. Now we just have to jump off the right lead. Good, you can hold up, Jean.
Okay.
I'm gonna torture you guys through the little serpentine exercise. So we'll start and end with the cross rail. So cross rail, white, gray, white, cross rail. Who wants to be tortured first?
Me.
Okay, that was easy.
So cross rail, same direction. Cross rail to the white, to the
Yep.
gray, and we go back.
Yep.
And just do it backwards.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if he's being good,
Uncanny.
just keep going. But if you need to do a circle before the next jump and get organized, that's fine too. Just no pulling.
He's gonna canter out.
Literally, he's like,
To the side.
yeah.
He like sauntered up and he was over there.
Let it all hang out.
He's doing it more. His head is just like, his head's like out at the edge of his neck.
He's like, why did you do this? He's like, this sucks.
I love him. We gotta try and jump at some point, Nicole.
Do we though?
I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I just want to do it.
So you do it.
Usually I do.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll jump in. I don't care. I love this horse. You're pulling. I don't like it. Stop pulling. Good. And then just turn with both reins and just your outside leg. Good. And let him pick the pace. Stay the same. Good. Trot your change. Good. Let him pick the pace. Good. Outside half halt, and then just release. Good. Outside half halt, and then release. Good. Beautiful. Wow.
That was so nice.
This is what Gabby does.
This is a gift.
Sometimes. I thought that was really nice.
Good videos, they said you guys sent me, right?
Huh?
It wasn't that easy.
She said only the good video.
Oh. I thought that was really great.
So, I mean, you're saying the half halt on the outside, I just barely, that's all you wanted, right? Just the outside range, just a little bit.
Yep.
Good boy, Adrian.
Wait,
Don't
we
go
haven't got to
back
the
to
knee
that.
yet. Sorry.
She's like, oh.
Well, and I think part of it is that, just walk over the crossroad. I think part of that is that, you know, now you're being like supportive towards him in a positive way. You know, you're being predictable. Oh dear, you started pumping right in front of the jump and you took your leg off, right? Relax your hand and squeeze. Pretty much the same jump, right? And I want to see you press with your hand down on his neck. I want to see the connection. Add leg. Wow. All right, well, let's make this better coming this way. Add leg, and then just press your hand. That's a good way to lose a saddle, Nicole. Good. Oh, you're leaning there. I'll carry it or put your grip on. Okay, better with the jumps at the end. Put the girth on, don't carry it all day. But you don't want that thing slipping in the mud. The beginning was just rough. You know, the closer you get, you're kind of like counting like this with your body. And then he feels you kind of get off balance, and then he slows down. Oh boy. You just needed to add leg like you did at the end, and it was a lot smoother. Woo! She doesn't know what matters. Better. Yeah, he's going to be so first. Good. Trot, trot. Good. Good. Much better at the end. The beginning, it just felt like your pace was off, your eye was a little off, you know, and then you kind of picked up the pace a little bit and then it smoothed out. All right, so let's do the same thing, except we'll start off the right. So start with the cross rail this way, right? Because we did it off the left before, right? Okay. And then the white, gray, white cross rail.
There's a puddle, she doesn't want to leave. Don't let her down.
It's gonna jump. Okay, I'm done chasing ponies through puddles. Don't pull, just stay the same. Step down in the heel. If he's being forward, just take your spur out and use your voice. Use your voice. Good, kept them cantering. Change your lead, trot, trot, and go. Good. And then just stay the same. Step down. That's okay. You followed him. Little outside rein and leg. Feel like kind of fell out a little there? Better. Again, a little outside rein and leg. Good. That's okay. Just squeeze at the base. Good. Trot. Oh, trot. Trot. And go. That's okay. Just leg. Good. Change your lead. Good. There you go. That's fine. Give him a pat. You know, I see a huge difference in him today, and I think it's because you've been working so hard to stop the habit of just hanging on his mouth.
Yeah.
And you're seeing a really big reaction and result from it today. It's not something that's going to take 3 seconds or 2 rides or whatever, but you're seeing it today.
As soon as he like I can feel him speed up, I grab.
Yep.
It's almost like, although the show was a little different because I felt like he was at mad gallop. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna run somebody over.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, if I try to just leave his mouth
And then he
more.
doesn't run at all today.
And I think he likes this way better. Which,
Great.
yeah, look
Well,
online.
go get one.
There's also one that's got the copper in the middle for them to
There you go.
to salvate. I mean, to salvate rather.
Outside leg, get your hind leg. There you
He
go.
doesn't need that.
I really don't think it makes
No,
either difference.
no, okay.
That's okay. You waited, but see how he comes to the turn and slows down? You need to come through the turn and accelerate a little bit. Squeeze. Better. Inside leg. Yeah, you're cutting. There you go. But then when he turns, don't drop all the support. Squeeze. Better. Inside leg. Look. Good. There you go. Better staying tall with your inside shoulder there. Squeeze. Good. That's okay. Didn't follow enough there. So I felt like your jumps are more consistent this time instead of having 3 bad, 2 good.
Yeah.
Now what's going on is kind of when you're turning, you're riding this part of the corner really well. You're riding the straightaway after the jump.
Yeah.
But then when he's actually turning, you just like drop him and you just stop helping him balance and stay up and all of that.
Yeah.
So he, you help him on the straightaway and then you just like leave him to his own devices. So make sure that you're not leaning through the turn and just dropping him in the front end and just making him have to balance himself.
Yeah.
Okay, just try to help him the whole way. And it doesn't need to be a lot of help, but it just needs to be consistent with the help you give him after the jump.
Right.
That's okay. You got twisty there over the jump in the air. Don't let him being crooked make you crooked. Woo! Whoa, straightness. Just falling left there. Oh my goodness. Good. Right leg, trot, and then turn. Good. Better. Oh man, he's giving you a hard time tonight.
I like outdoor games better.
Well, I think also part of the problem is that you've been riding these horses that are, I wouldn't say they're more complicated, but he is like a simple guy. And you're like, you're kind of riding him like you would ride Jimmy or Archie or Floyd, and then he's like, that's too complicated for me. You just have to be like, yes, do this now. He's like, okay. You just have to do less. Don't override. So you and Jean need to do this same direction that we just did. Brenda, oh my God. Dear Lord, you and you, the pink horses, the same direction. Chestnut horse the other direction. I almost called you Brenda again.
That's a pretty idea.
I still look at you and I'm like,
I've been called by so many different names. My sister was a year ahead of me, and she was in a lot of the same classes as me, so as soon as I got in, everybody's calling me Claudia, because we kind of look alike. And then there was my earth science teacher in high school that insisted my name was Valerie.
that's not even close.
I know. He just could not get it.
Oh my God.
All year. Yep. Maybe calling on me, I'm sitting there and I'm doing anything. Oh, me?
You're who? So then you just become Valerie.
I kind of did. Yeah.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
This looks good. My nail lady called me like Bethany for the longest time. I was like, whatever. Good, that's okay. Canter off. Outside leg, outside leg, outside leg, outside leg, outside leg, outside leg, outside. There you go. Good. He's like, I'm tired. Good. Kind of lifted him a little bit in the mouth after that jump though. Good. Outside rein and leg. Good. Trot, trot. Oh, that's okay. Trot, trot, trot. And let go, let go, let go. That's okay. Trot. Try again. Sink down and then canter off. Get your lead. Good. Better setting him up there. So better overall, still having trouble through here. You really want to think about not letting him turn unless he's trotting. Because by the time you turn through the corner at the canter, you're going to have so much less time You know, you don't have a wall in front of you to help you, and then you
Going,
just,
like, a little bit too slow, and he's like, because he like tripped, I'm like, oh, I thought it was gonna go down.
oh
He's
God.
like, "Get down, it's easy."
It wasn't that bad.
And that's what kind of felt like, oh.
Yeah, you just stumbled for a minute. But, you know, you just kind of have to, it was the same thing the last time too.
Yeah.
Just missing this
Coming
here.
around the corner here.
But the thing is that we can always get him to go forward.
Yeah.
That's not the problem. You know, you can always, you know, get after him a
We
little
need
bit.
cola.
All right, Laura, you ready?
This is.
So it's Brenda's turn.
I was
Really?
first.
Well, they're doing the same thing, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's start over.
I tried to do this.
Neither one of you jumped. Like his front legs jumped and his hind legs did not jump. He just like literally straight leg just went like this into the pole.
He just feels sticky when he's just stuck to the ground.
Yeah. There you go. Still twisting though. Good, better, straight. Yeah, you can see how he wants to fall in there, so you gotta try to straighten his shoulder a little bit. Good. Yeah, better pushing him out there. Good. There you go. Much better. This is pretty typical Gibbs. You know, like for a long time when he first kind of was in the lesson program, well, first of all, okay, let me say maybe like a year into the lesson program, because the first part was like horrible. He really just kind of ran through the jumps and he just was, it was horrible. So then I had to teach him, like, you add in stride unless you are told not to add in stride. He's like, okay.
Okay.
Because it was like, you know, it was like the little old ladies that were like trying to do short stirrup on him and they like couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, you add in stride. So now, if you don't do anything, he comes out of the turn and slows down. And this is pretty typical him. Just, you know, how I trained him to be. The beginner jumper horse. This thing needs to go gallop. So I want you to give him the same amount of support all the time. Good. Support him through the turn. You can have some inside bend. That's not a bad thing as you're turning. There you go. Much smoother. Support him through the turn. You got to turn your head and look where you're going though, right? He was thinking about turning left. Oh, come on, you need to go forward there instead of slowing down. Inside bend. Good. Help him out, support him. There you go, it's fine. There you go. Good, that's all right. Other than that last jump, I felt like the whole flow of your course was much better.
Yeah, the house was bad. See, the only one is the cause
Right.
over here.
Well, because you get it done earlier.
Huh?
You get done earlier that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his reasoning. You know, he wants to just be done. He doesn't want to balance himself, but when you rode the flat work in between the jumps, I thought it was so much better.
Yeah, this was tough because we were kind of fighting.
Yep.
And, yeah, but it felt better.
Good. I think they were all good tonight. There was no cantering, change of direction. No boyfriend stuff.
We're getting there. I brought this strip up one today.
Okay.
It was feeling a little long last week,
Okay.
so I brought it up and it feels better.
Good.
Well, I'm hoping that helps a little.
Yeah, they look even.
Do they?
Yeah, he was great today.
Yeah.
Well,
Other thing, but overall, look at this, it's like, okay.
we're not friends. Personal space. Yeah, I mean, I would grab that bit for him if you think it helps. That's
Yeah,
great.
because I was gonna order the thing at Dover and just order the bit, and then I
Okay.
get free shipping or whatever.
Yep.
And I just wanted to make sure, it's gonna need a D-ring, and then I think there's a
Yep. And there's two different kinds of three-piece. There's the French ling, which I think is the round one. It's like a rounder middle piece. Or the Dr. Bristol is the flat one, like he has now. I don't think it matters either way. Whichever one. They're both pretty much the same thing. Basically, it just lays the pressure a little flatter against their mouth, rather than having this like triangle single joint. So, I mean, he seems better, you know. So.
That's why I was asking Gabby what she thought too, you know, he wasn't messing, you know, around with it as much.
Right.
So he's quiet.
Good.
I know you're ready to go back.
When do you want to ride again, Gene, this week?
I think the 2 days, let's say, today's Tuesday. I think I'm working just Thursday and Friday. I think I have Saturday off even,
Okay.
you know, so.
I mean, you can text me.
I think those are the only two. I think I'm only working Thursday and Friday.
Okay. I know I have Saturday at 11 open. If you want to do Saturday, but you can text me. Oh, that sucks. And you're not showing, right?
I could.
It's up to you. You tell me what you want to do. Don't tell your mom.
Well, I might, but,
Tell her after.
no, because it really doesn't matter what you.
She's not paying for it.
Exactly. So, yeah, if you have a group form.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. You could do the same thing as last time. You could ride somebody else, whatever. You let me know.
Don't make me make a decision.
Huh?
Don't make me make a decision.
Brenda, you're showing this weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm fine with that, but I don't know what to go with or who to ride or whatever.
I mean, I was perfectly happy with what we did last time.
Yeah,
Nobody else is showing Archie.
okay. I'm good with that.
It's kind of nice if we can stick with the same thing and then you can get points and stuff. You know, sometimes that's not always an option. Yeah, right now there's someone else in the 2-foot.
Okay. So it'll be outside?
No.
Okay.
So potentially the 3-foot and the jumpers are outside, which you could do that. We have intro jumpers which are 2-foot to 2-3. If you want to do that. Or if you want to do the 2-foot hunters. It's up to you. I think the 2-foot jumpers are just I don't think they count for any points or anything.
That almost doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think it's just like a, well, I
Is
think
it
it's like,
timed?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like, you know, maybe if you have like a baby horse or something that or stuff. That's how I suggested it too. I mean, if you're a jumper person,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not ready for the 2-6 or 3-foot or whatever.
Like is tonight, no, slow, but.
So Lori, right now there's someone in the 18-inch,
Oh, there is?
but not someone in the long stirrup.
Okay,
So I put you in the long stirrup. Can always change it
yeah,
if we need to.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
And Jean, you can just let me know if you want to
Yeah.
show.
I'd like to know if I have to work, if I'm going away, I'm like.
I should look,
Should just
yeah,
say, it's ridiculous, it's.
I should look and see how Floyd is doing in the standings.
Oh, I can look.
And he's going to. Get him closer to the bucket.
Let's see. I have terrible service in this ring.
What do you have?
Sprint. The worst decision I've ever made.
Yeah, I had Sprint before he did.
I can't afford, I had Verizon on my parents' plan and I can't afford them. So right now, the 18-inch, you're tied for 8th place.
8th place.
8th place.